When the Colts first signed Daniel Jones in free agency, it was evidently clear that Anthony Richardson's days as their starting quarterback was numbered. Their patience for him was wearing thin. And when he tapped out on this team last year, it was the beginning of the end for Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. Daniel Jones may not be a good quarterback. He's one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, but at least Daniel Jones can give you capable quarterback play. At least Daniel Jones gives you a chance to win. Shane Steichen, Indianapolis, the past 2 seasons, they've won 8 games with Anthony Richardson completing under 50% of his passes. And 2 years before that with Gardner Minshew, who has bounced around as a backup. He's been on 2 teams ever since that year, and the Colts came close to winning 10 games and making it to the playoffs with him. That shows you that as long as Daniel Jones can be a good conductor, he can be a good orchestrator of the train, the Colts can be a shocking football team this year to watch. They probably won't make it to the playoffs, but maybe they could sneak in as a 9-8 team if Daniel Jones is able to give them competent quarterback play. The Colts don't need Daniel Jones to be a world changer. They got Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. The majority of the game plan is simple. Give the football to Jonathan Taylor. Now, Indianapolis has really good receivers. They got a decent offensive line and a really good offensive play caller. Daniel Jones is in the perfect situation where the expectations are low, and with the low expectations, it's not hard to thrill a small crowd. When you have low expectations, that's the best opportunity to exceed expectations, because when nobody thinks anything of you, just the bare minimum is improvement. Anthony Richardson was so bad that you were better off calling Hail Marys all game with him at quarterback than what you were calling anything else. He was either going to throw an 80-yard touchdown or overthrow a 5-yard slant to an open receiver by 80 yards. Anthony Richardson is the worst quarterback to have on your team, because when he's on the field, which isn't that often, he's not good. And when he's off the field, he's losing meaningful time that he needs to develop. What the Colts are desperate for out of Daniel Jones is somebody that just doesn't lose them games. Somebody that defenses somewhat have to game plan for. You're not game planning for Anthony Richardson. Force him to beat you from the pocket. Daniel Jones can do a lot of the things that they wanted to do when they first drafted Anthony Richardson. Design quarterback runs. He has a good arm. He can make some big throws downfield occasionally. He can be a decent, efficient quarterback for the Colts as long as they're able to run the football really effectively with Jonathan Taylor. As long as Daniel Jones is decent for the Indianapolis Colts, they play in a division that's not that tough. They got a solid roster. You know, they get that. 9 wins definitely is the best case scenario for them. They got a coaching staff and a good team that can elevate average quarterback play. They won 9 games with Gardner Minshew 2 years ago. They were somehow able to win games with Anthony Richardson at quarterback. Daniel Jones has a good coaching staff, a run game, good weapons, a weak division. If he gives them what the Colts have been looking for, I think that we end up seeing a shockingly better Colts team than what we expect.